What's good? This is your boy Alex Ace, and this is another episode of New Drip.
Rain leaves surround me, twisting up the green reek, my mind cloud deep. I am with the
On my head, I'm lying in bed with this pain in my chest. I guess y'all could say I'm depressed, but I've been dragging through streets to avenues. I'm doing whatever.
What's good? This is your boy Alex Ace. I'm here with Syntax Vernac of Keep Records, and this is another episode of New Drip. What's good, bro? How you doing?
Doing all right, man. How is it?
Pretty good, man. So, the main reason we're here to talk about this little EP you guys just dropped all together. So it's called So Indie It Hurts Volume 2. And I was reading a little description, and it's a collab effort between indie artists around the United States. I want to ask you, bro, what inspired you to create such a collaboration?
Basically, it's like over the last 2, 3, maybe even 4 years, we've been on tour a lot. Mm-hmm. And when we go on tour, it's acts from whatever city we're going to or whatever city we've already been from in previous tours. And we just put teams together like that. And next thing you know, we're on the road with 6 different cats from 6 different cities. Okay. And we end up collaborating just on some on-the-fly type shit.
Okay, so you said 3-4 years ago. Where does it all start, bro? Who comes up with the idea?
Well, it starts on the tour, which are called So Indie Tours. Okay. So, we did like the Northwest So Indie Tour, which was artists that are on the tracks. That's on, track 3 on there, Wolves Around Me. That was done in a hotel room. 6 different acts from 6 different cities. We just happened to be together on the road and did the track.
Who's part of Keep Records?
As it stands, it's strictly just an independent label. I manage it myself. I'm also the owner. And anything we ever put out is always non-exclusive. So an artist that's done something with Keep Records has no red tape. There's nothing holding them back from doing something with another label if they want to. As far as rosters are concerned, we don't have one because it's every man for themselves. If they want to use it as a springboard or a trampoline to jump up to some next level thing that they want to do and then run off on their own after that, they're more than welcome to do that.
Let's talk about the advantages of being an independent artist. I mean, we're coming to a time now where it's like labels are starting to get exposed a little bit. You're starting to see contracts and stuff like that. So I really want your opinion on, just what it is to be an independent artist.
What it is total freedom. But the drawback is you don't get the advance money. You don't get the front money. You don't get you don't get all the shine and glimmer and high class shit before you earned it. That's the only negative side effect, in my opinion. You don't get to go push that Bentley off the fucking label advance before you even dropped your first single. You don't get to do that anymore. Now you got to spend some time on the road. You got to put out a record. You got to actually sell some shit. You got to really have a budget. You got to really have supporters. It's harder now than ever for artists to fake it.
That's actually very, very true.
I think pay for plays, bots, digital counters and all that fake number bullshit is really, really lifting up the skirts on some of these bitches,
That's actually very true. So let's take it all back. Let's take it back to, So Indie It Hurts Volume 2. What went into, bringing all these artists together? Like, how did the selection process go? Was it just, hey, can I be a part of this? Or did you guys go and seek out the artist?
It was a little bit of both.
Okay.
Out here, for instance, we were going to do the Northwest So Indie Tour, and that was something where we specifically reached out to a handful of artists like Inspiring Thoughts, Wave Mammals, Chief DVB. And then they, in turn, basically gave the nod to people that were within their inner circle of people that they knew can handle a move like that, people that they knew can take some time on the road and be professional artists. There's a difference between, and not to knock it, there's a difference between like a bedroom artist and an artist who actually goes out and tours. Not that any one is any more or less professional than the other, it's just that we wanted to go out and do some shit. Because we got all the time in the world to be doing tracks and writing tracks and recording at home. We wanted to go out on the road and actually showcase that.
What would you say, disadvantages and advantages of being, like you said, the bedroom artist and the artist that actually goes on tour and actually does the damn thing, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the people involved with this record are both.
Okay.
So it's tough to say. It's just when they or we are at home, we're the bedroom artist. We're the ones recording on our own, producing on our own, recording, doing the whole damn thing, putting projects together, emailing back and forth. Then some people just don't have the ability to leave town. Some people got jobs. You know, a lot of these artists that when we say so indie it hurts, that's what it is. We're independent as fuck. Like, these are people that have regular jobs. These aren't people that make an exclusive living off music. So sometimes people can't get time off work. They can't go on a 3-week tour because the job won't let them.
I hear that, and that's where you can really hear all the authenticity when it, you know, in the music itself. So what I got in my hands here is a vinyl of So Indie It Hurts Volume 2, and let me say, bro, this is badass. I mean, there's not too many artists out there that are doing, you know, vinyl like this. You know what I'm saying? But as you were saying earlier, we were having a conversation off camera. You're talking about how, you know, vinyl's kind of making a comeback. So can you kind of like just go into the process, like getting a vinyl made and getting it put out?
It's a freaking nightmare. Okay. I mean, for people that want to do it fully independently, I would say either don't or only do it if you're really, really enthusiastic about doing that shit, because it is a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. But if you have means to do it, or if you have plugs, people that can do it for you, my best advice would be take as far of a step back from the process as humanly possible, because when you get into the intricate details of doing that shit, it's going to turn you off. You'd rather just be the artist.
So this is really for the artist or consumer that really appreciates art, that wants to hold it in their hand, a piece of something they can hold on to forever. And I guess that's something that you could really appreciate. So as far as this EP goes, bro, it's 3 tracks. Where can anybody find this at, you know?
Right now, it's not available till January 5th, but you can go to the Bandcamp, to the Keep Records Bandcamp, and put in a pre-order for that. When it does come out, we do have a deal with Zia Records. So as of January 5th, it will be at all Zia Records locations. So anyone that's in Phoenix, Tempe, Las Vegas, Tucson, you know, basically the Southwest is really embracing it and putting it on shelves.
So let's go into the artist himself. Let's go into Syntax Vernac. I mean, how long you been making music, bro? How long you been in the game?
A long fucking time. long time. 1999 is the year that I cite that I made my first dollar in hip hop.
That's a long time. That's a long ass time.
Yeah.
Okay. And how's the journey been for you, bro? I mean, I'm sure it's really hard to describe in words, but it's like, how has that journey been?
Now that I've been doing it for so long, the whole shit is just enjoyable. Whether it's a peak, valley, a celebration, a fucking downfall, like I enjoy even the downfalls. Like there's no more loss. I'm beyond the point of being like, I'm trying to make it type shit, trying to be a millionaire or whatever. Like, I think the ability to make music and present it with 100% full control is more fulfilling than a check.
I hear that, bro. What are the plans for Keep Records itself and Syntax Vernac, the artist?
Vinyl, more vinyl. I mean, we used to press CDs. We went digital with some releases. We fell in love with vinyl. Now that we're making records, we want to continue making records. Now with the whole COVID thing and the whole world lockdown, that's taken away half of our enjoyment, which is touring. I mean, touring and vinyl are like the twin pillars of why we do this shit. So you took one of our legs out. Now we're just going to put our focus on the other leg. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, and I wanted to ask you, before we do close out the show, being someone that's been in the game for such a long time, I want to ask you if there's any gems, any tips you can give any up-and-coming artists. Like, I want to know if you can get some.
I'd say just don't fake the funk, basically. If something seems too far out of reach, don't fucking reach for it. You know what I mean? Like you will have your shot. You'll have your chance. You know, this shit is not a sprint. You're not going to get where you're trying to be tomorrow. You know what I mean? And just enjoy the shit. I mean, we're artists. We do shit because we enjoy it. Like people that paint, they paint at home with no ambitions of doing anything other than just making that painting as good as they can make it. Just do what you do as best as you can. I mean, as soon as your goal turns into trying to move numbers and shit, now it's commerce. Now you're doing business. If you want to do business, there's other better ways to make money than music.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. Preach, man, preach. So, like I do with every artist before we close out the show, I want to ask you, man, is there anybody you'd like to shout out?
Man, I'd like to shout out everyone involved with this fucking record right here. I think I'm going to see if I can remember all 8. Of course, myself, I got to say it, Syntax Vernac, the producer, Wave Mammals. Then we got Chief DVB. We got Cloud Carrillo, my bad, sorry. Cloud Carrillo. I always do that thing with the double L. All right, so Syntax Vernac, Wave Mammals, Skywriter, Chief DVB, Cloud Carrillo, Vinny Vills, Antonio Raps, and Wormwood. That's the So Indie squad. That's everybody that has anything to do with this. And Nove, the homie Nove did mix the shit, so we do have to give him a shout out because it sounds lovely. I mean, if you can, get your hands on this shit while you can, honestly.
Right here. You heard it here, folks. All right. This is Alex Ace over at FTC headquarters. This is Syntax Vernac of Keep Records. This is another episode of New Drip, and we're out. Peace. All right. That was good shit, bro. That was really good shit.